Hi everyone! Welcome to Soup Top Recipes. Today we're making tomato soup with beef and noodles. It's a one-pot recipe, really easy and delicious. Let's get started. You will need some beef. I'm using eight of round. Slice the meat into thin pieces. To be honest, this is not the best cut for this recipe because the muscle grinds are a bit tough. I will suggest you to get a boneless ribeye or sirloin steak. All I have in the fridge today is eight of round. I mean, it will work just fine, but not as good as ribeye and sirloin steak. Marinate it with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, some salt to taste, a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1½ tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 egg white. What we are doing here is the cornstarch and egg white velveting marinade. It does a great job on tenderizing meat. Mix them well and keep massaging them. You really need to get in between each piece of meat to make sure they're all well taken care. Once they're nice and smooth, kind of like a velvety texture, you're good to go. Cover it and let it sit for 20 minutes. 5 medium-sized tomatoes. Get a sharp knife. Make a slight cross on the surface of the tomato. Yes, the tag is still on. We're gonna peel the skin off, so I didn't bother to take off the tag. Pour in some boiling hot water. Make sure all the tomatoes are under the water. Let them sit for about 4 minutes or until you can see some cracks appearing on the skin, like that. Take them out. Now you can easily peel the skin off. To be honest, this step is totally optional. I have tried to leave the skin on and it did not make a big difference to the final dish. Dice the tomatoes. I like to use fresh tomatoes, but yes, you can use canned diced tomato. That will make this recipe so much easier. Set that aside. Let's prepare some aromatics. Half of a red onion, slice and finely dice it. 1 piece of scallion, separate the white and green part, dice the white part and put it with the onion. Save the green part for garnish at the end. 3 cloves of garlic, smash them and finely dice them. Few slices of ginger, cut them into thin strips. Set it aside. This is what we called 小米辣, which I think it is similar to Tabasco pepper. I freeze them. That is how I keep my spicy chilies, because when I buy a big bunch, I'm never able to use it all in one time. It is very spicy. I just need 2 pieces in this recipe. It is totally optional. If you don't eat spicy food, you can skip it. Don't worry. Another optional ingredient is this needle mushroom. We call it 金针菇 in Chinese, which just means golden needle mushroom. The stem part is a bit fibery. You just cut that off and discard it. Then divide the big batch into these smaller pieces. I like to use them in the noodle soup is because they act like noodles. You don't recognize them easily in the noodles, but it will balance the doughy texture. Okay, everything is ready. Let's cook. Add about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Follow up with the garlic, ginger, the hot chilies, diced onion, and the white part of the scallion. Stir them for a few minutes until the onion is a bit translucent. Adding 1½ tablespoon of tomato paste. Keep stirring until it is well combined. Then adding the diced tomatoes along with 2 teaspoons of salt. Salt will help to bring out all the tomato juice and the flavors. Cover it and let it cook on low heat for about 10 minutes. Now you can see that it becomes like a tomato soup. But that is still too thick for a noodle soup, so we're gonna pour in 3 cups of water. Yes, you can use stock, but I only have water today and it will work just fine. Bring it to a boil. Give it a taste to adjust the saltiness. Mine is perfect. Now you can add the noodles. This recipe is enough to serve 3 to 4 people, so make sure you use 3 to 4 servings of noodles. Any type of noodles will work. What I'm using is wheat noodles, the dry form. It takes about 8 minutes to cook through. You can try one to make sure they are fully cooked. Add in the needle mushroom at this point. Mix it in. Follow up with the beef. Stir it to separate the meat pieces. Once the beef changed the color, gas off. You don't want to risk overcooking it. The rest of the heat will complete the cooking process. Now it is the time to add the final seasoning. Some sugar, up to your preference. I used about 2 tablespoons. 2.5 tablespoons of lime juice. Everybody has a different taste. You want to find the perfect balance between the sweetness and the sourness. Give it a final taste to adjust the flavor, and you're ready to serve. This is so satisfying. It is my comfort food, but it is also tropical at the same time. Don't forget to garnish it with some scallion and cilantro. Just looking at that, I'm so hungry. The soup is the best part. It's very thick, kind of like a sauce, so every bite of the noodle is covered with this tomatoey sauce. You can taste the sweetness, sourness, and a little spicy kick. So flavorful. I did add a little chilies in there, so it's a little spicy. If you're serving kids, you can skip the chilies. If you don't know what to make tonight, try this one. You won't be disappointed. If you like my show, please share this recipe with someone you love. Don't forget to take a look off my channel. I'm sure you will find out how to make your favorite Chinese food. New videos come out every Wednesday, and I'll see you next time. Bye!